I think when I first watched the Olympia, that was like my first introduction to bodybuilding. Because before then, I thought that I had no idea there were so many different classes for women. First of all, I think when I used to think of women's bodybuilding, I would only think of like what would be like women's physique or women's bodybuilding. I didn't know there were like other divisions. And so when I was first like tossing around the idea, oh, a competition, I'm not big enough for that. But then I watched the Olympia and I saw the figure girls come out, and I think it was Natalia. I think she got fourth that year. And then of course Sid Gillen came out on stage, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. Her little waist, her big upper body, her legs, her glutes, she's just stacked. And Sid Gillen is actually my posing coach now. So it's so cool to be able to be taught by her. And she's so nice. She's like the nicest person. I've met her in person a few times. Like she's just the sweetest person, and she's a great posing coach. And how like lucky am I to be able to be coached by Miss 7-time, almost 8 figure Olympia.
Yeah, I say one lady who I'm a fan of is also one of her opposing clients is Andrea Shaw.
Yes.
She is so amazing.
Yep.
I've been a fan of hers ever since she hit the game. She brought a new level. She brings both beauty, class, muscle. She brings it's just she's amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
and
And I've met her in person too, and she was so nice.
I mean, I often heard this. This is true story. I always bring this out. Even by the time we mentioned talk about Andrea Shaw. This is a friend of mine. She was at the Olympia last year. Her name is Eunice. Eunice runs Bad Rap. They do sponsorship and product placement for women's bodybuilding. This is that issue of of muscle development. It's probably the first and only issue in years where you had the only of women's bodybuilding. I used to remember the ladies used to be on the muscle mags, but after a while they stopped putting them on the muscle mags. And Andrea was on this show, and I think the magazine has closed out. And Eunice did me a good favor. She was there and she had Andrea sign it for me.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and that's why I love doing this. And when I get rewarded, my friend Eunice just had a birthday last week. I sent her a package. She said thank you, and I appreciate it. This and stuff like this. Like I've gotten stuff from people become I interviews with, become funny with. I love this. I need to put this into a case, but I just can't help it. I just love it. I plan to call it George. So I enjoy,
Yeah.
watching ladies and following y'all ladies. When I've been following body for a long time. I grew up in the tail end of the Schwarzenegger era, and you think about bodybuilding. The two people that stick out was Arnold and Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk and the Terminator.
Mhm.
Here we got here from a man. Warstein said that she looks like Anna de Armas a little bit. Who's that? I don't know.
I'll have to
I'm
look that up.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm the type of person. James Earl Jones just that passed away. That's a great actor. Most of the new actors I don't really kept up with anymore. I just, I still watch old westerns. Like this morning, I was watching for my first interview. I was watching Inspector Gadget. You know, and here he says also this. It says also Joey King, another actress mixed with Ana de Amaris. That's what Madison looks like with those actresses combined. So okay, yeah, I
I'll
don't
have to
know.
look that up.
Yeah,
I've never gotten that before, but I'll have to look
yeah.
that up.
Well, everybody has that count a little bit. People
Yeah.
tell me I look like you know, I look like my mother and my older brother. Yeah, I don't know why his thing's going on. Yeah, I gotta get a new computer. I keep telling myself this one get word out.
Well,
But
you've
yeah,
probably got your hands full with the women's bodybuilding world to watch movies or keep up with
yeah,
actresses.
because right now there's a show coming up. It's in UK. I got to put together. I usually do this. I always put together like a video for these upcoming shows. It's not gonna have a live stream. Kind of disappointed because I didn't watch the prejudges. I didn't watch the finals.
Hmm.
One lady a while back who I interviewed. Her name's Roshana Boswell. She's competing in the show. I met with Shauna. She was down here in North Carolina a couple of years ago, right after she won the Puerto Rico Pro. She was with my man Glenn. Glenn runs his own magazine called Amazon Fitness, and she was doing a seminar. People like Michelle Boswell interviewed and met. It's I'm planning on going to because I hadn't gone to my shows. It was a Savannah. It was 2 years ago. And I'm planning on going to another show. I got to go fund me. I hope people can donate and follow me. Hey, I can use a little extra money because I'm broke. I got a car still in the shop. I hate that car. And I want to do more because I follow other people. They do a lot more. So you know what? As a content maker, especially on you ladies, I like to get out there a little bit in the world, meet y'all, talk to y'all, get your perspectives, get you on. That's why I enjoy doing these interviews. And this is something that y'all ladies don't get enough recognition because everybody pays attention to wellness and bikini because they're the TNA divisions. The men's divisions they pay attention more because they're, excuse my language, is how it is in the pippin game. They're the bottom bitch, the one bringing the money and yeah, they bring the money
That's
and
true.
the money and the promotions. But y'all ladies, y'all make up the majority of the divisions, NPC, IFB, whatever organization, because you need that recognition, you need that respect, you need that opportunity, especially money wise. I said again, it costs more for you ladies to compete. Your hair, your makeup, posted right there. That's uh, rent, car note, mortgage.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to
the
find ways.
suits.
I know one lady, she's a NBC and OPC pro. She does her own suits because it's a way to save some money. But
Yeah.
sponsor does help. So, have you ever been approached about sponsorship or anything?
No, not yet. Not yet. That would be really cool. I would love a suit sponsor if anybody's listening because that's like the most expensive part.
Yeah, because back in the day, the suits were just nothing fancy. But now,
Right.
because they want you to be more presentable, the more feminine looking, and
Yeah, and you got to
that's
have
the
the right
money.
color.
Yeah, the right color, the right person. I know some people that sometimes they do discounts, or you can buy used suits. I mean, sometimes you got to be
Mhm.
careful with that. But I think I can send you a couple of links. You can check them out. Maybe you can find something that works within your budget. Here this is from my man Warrior says, "Oh George, you with your Home Alone double face slap gasp whenever you mention Andrea Shaw. It's the funniest thing ever. Yes, because I love her. She's just so
I love Andrea
beautiful."
Shaw too.
Yeah, I got one problem. I got a friend of mine. I love him. He's my brother. We do a live stream together. He was with her a while back, and I tell him, keep your hands off my girl. Keith, you my brother. I love you, but you have your hands on my girl. He has a wife. He has a pretty wife, but he has his hand on my girl. I'm sorry, man. I just get I'm sorry, man. Sometimes the other guy comes out. He just gets stressed. He can't help himself because Andrea, she completes him. I'm so sorry. I just I gotta take care of him. I don't know why. It's just I'm just like I said. I'm a particular type of criminal. But yeah, I enjoy doing this content when I can interview someone like yourself who's a young up and coming. I mean, I hope I don't scare you because I'm just a fan. Yeah, just so you know. But as a competitor, what do you think would you need to help you get to that next level?
Oh, time. Definitely just some more time. I think it's hard when um, you're on social media and you see the fitness influencers that have been working out for so long and they seemingly hop into a show and they win first place and like, oh, I'll try a national show and then they win their pro card right off the bat. That's 99% of the time that's not how it usually goes. And I think a lot of people think that that's how it goes, but really you need so much time, especially in the figure division, to put on the muscle mass that you need. It's just going to take time. Consistency, which I've been consistent, so that's not a problem. I don't see that being a problem. It's just going to take some more time to put on that muscle. And um, yeah, I love the process. So it's not going to be a boring time, but it's just going to be a little more time, which is fine.
Yeah, that's important. Time is because this is I often have heard this. This is not a race; it's a marathon.
Yeah.
And it takes time to and consistency is one most important thing about this because you just don't okay, I go to work out this day here, take a skip day, work out. You have to be consistent. You have to stick to routine, be regimental
Right.
when you do this. You have to follow your diet, follow your plan, whatever your coach has set for you. You know, People don't understand when you're on that stage and we out there in the crowd, we're seeing y'all, you're bright and shiny, you just your shoulders are capped, your muscles are popping. We don't understand that you're up there halfway starved. dehydrated, tired. Sometimes I've ladies tell me, say, man, George, I just forgot something. I'm on prep. My brain is like shorted. I mean, but
Yes.
if you're willing to and determined to, you can get it. We all know these social influencers, yeah, they get a lot of attention, but the fact is, most of those social influencers, half their followers are not even real people. They're bought. It took me 5 years to get to over 2,000 people on YouTube, and I'm proud of those 5 years it took me to get to that point because it's
Yeah.
hard work. People like yourself, the ladies that follow me on my social media, who support my content. I've become friendly with some ladies. We talk every now and then. Sometimes we have long discussions, especially when they're going through prep. I might just say, call and say, "How you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. I haven't heard from you in a while." I say, "Well, Jordan's doing this, doing that, and just it's kind of tough. So, well, we'll just talk to me and see what's on your head. Maybe get it off your chest." People need to understand there's a lot to this, and it's good that you have support in your friends, your family. You know, most people may not have it because, like I said again, people don't understand it. Your individuals would it be more, I think, a little bit more simple. But then at the same time, people say like she get too muscular. I mean, she shouldn't get too manly. And it's guys who have moves like me.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that a lot. But it's just like I've never met a secure person who criticizes others. So it's always the people who are unhappy with themselves or like it's just you make silly comments, you're going to get silly comments back from me. Like I don't care what you think first of all. Like you know what I mean? It's just like I don't know why are you being so rude to somebody you've never even met on the internet also? Like you would never probably say that to my face.
Yeah, because it's easy to pick on somebody off on a keyboard and say, okay, if I got a problem with you, we go ahead, we'll straight it out. We make sure we have a conversation. I'll let you know what's on my mind. But some people don't have that courage. It's easy to pick on somebody, especially if they don't have the same dedication, mindset, or attitude to do what you do. It's easy
Yeah.
to I know I've heard from here that's like fitness shaming. So why do you shame somebody because they want to stay fit? I'm saying it's at one point I was only 500 pounds. As my mom passed away, I said, you know what? Now I don't have to worry about her anymore. It's time for me to take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
And those I made some decisions. I'm not perfect. There's some things I like. I think one of my favorites is I like Chinese food. It's been a while since I have some, but when I get some, it's like a buffet place. I like to get myself a nice plate and stack it up. But it's about making choices that's healthy for you. And if those people don't understand that, that's their problem. But then, like I said, Madison, you have the guys the other side. The guys on the flip side, the guys who see you ladies, y'all pumped up and shredded. They get excited and they get so and they say, "Hell, Madison, if I do something for you, would you?" No, no, stop it, stop it. Come on, guys, come on. You get more with a silk glove than an iron fist, and I know what you're doing with that iron fist. You should like this. This is a nice young lady said, Miss Fingerhut, we like your personality, we like your style. We are inspired by how much you are inspired to be a bodybuilder. And you know what? We want to, sponsor you. If you're interested in our plan, we have set it out, make sure everything's taken care of. Nothing more we want for you but you to sponsor our company and we sponsor you. I know sometimes it's tough, especially being a bodybuilder, but respect your commitment and your determination to get to your next level. So if you're interested, we have a plan. We work with you work with us, and everything will be copacetic. So would you like that, young lady?
It depends on what the product is.
Well, it's something like maybe something like a vegan kind of, prep food for vegans,
Oh
something like
yeah,
that.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, because I know prep. A lot of people don't like doing all the prepping because it takes a long time.
Yeah.
And some there's
There is a vegan meal prep company out there. I forgot what their name is. I've been tempted to try them a few times. Maybe I should, and then maybe I should tag them in my Instagram story or something.
what I do is I'll send you Brooks a link. You can check her out. Maybe reach out to her. Maybe it'd be good y'all have that back and forth because you're both vegan competitors, and maybe she
Yeah,
can.
I follow her on
Yeah, you follow
Instagram.
me?
She's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, she's pretty good. She's young. She does wellness. I'm kind of interested in wellness because one of my jobs I used to work in a gentleman's club, and or in the hood we call it the booty club. We used to see a lot of that. Where I saw some ladies that looked like they could be wellness competitors naturally. There's some others that got the ejections. You can tell, but
Yeah. The
yeah,
it definitely takes some good genetics, I think, to be good for wellness. That's for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. Genetics, but also hard work is one
Oh yeah.
factor. Sometimes you can have natural talent, but it may not be enough